Hi, good afternoon. Today I'm going to be talking about certain types of problems that can be found in agricultural practices, not only here in Mexico, but like throughout the world as itself. So, of like the biggest like concerns or problems that can be like faced in conventional agriculture is that there's a lot of soil degradation as one part. As we know, like soil as itself, like it holds water, moisture, nutrients, organic matter, and different types of like materials by itself, which allow roots of different plants to actually penetrate and grab hold there, so they can actually like form life or what is like their own organic mass by itself. So one thing that we can see with conventional agriculture is that it is highly productive, and it is also associated with a number of environmental, social, and economic problems. So we already mentioned the part of like soil degradation, but there's also the part of like water usage and pollution by itself. The water usage in conventional agricultural systems is very intense by itself because they over irrigate, and also the fact that they only use this is generally speaking, but in the sense that like a lot of agricultural practices are used of just one type of plant, which in other words are monocultures. That type of system by itself is that they don't build any organic matter in the soil. So by not building any organic matter at all, there's like less water retention in the soil by itself. So whenever you have to water the plants by, it could be by an irrigation system by itself or by other systems, there's a lot more evaporation that goes on top of the soil by itself. Also, another thing is that the use of an excessive amount of like fertilizers that are used in agricultural systems also cause pollution due to like when there's excess runoff due to rain, that can go out to like even pollute certain like freshwater resources that people can have. It could be rivers, streams, lakes, ponds, or it could even end up going to the ocean. Also, there's also a dependence on chemical inputs. There's also a biodiversity loss, and this is mainly happens because there's a lot of deforestation, not only for like forested areas, but there's also change of like different areas that are used for that's really part of like different ecosystems. And this happens a lot because there's a loss of organic matter in the soils in monocultural fields. So when this happens and stuff, like they see that there's a lot more organic matter in like forested areas, and that's when they have to they end up like deforesting to then like use that land that is actually very productive in the short term time, I guess. But and then there's a lot more like production that happens there because they use that area for the production of like different types of like foods. Also, there's a lot of greenhouse gas emissions, land degradation, and deforestation, which is also what I just mentioned right now. And also, there's human health impacts that also happen because of this. As we can see also with the Green Revolution that happened like right after World War II, mainly, we also saw like an increase in different types of like diseases or sicknesses that like happen with the human body, such as like different types of cancers, diabetes, different types of illnesses directly with the brain or with different parts of like the human body. And this can be somewhat attributed to like the use of artificial like fertilizers, chemicals, pesticides, herbicides, and any other types of not natural things that can be used in the agricultural systems. There's also economic challenges for small farmers, reduction in crop diversity, animal welfare concerns, overuse in antibiotics, and food insecurity. Good night.